All right, what I'm going to try to do is give a timeline of events and show you guys the map of where Brian Walsh most likely traveled. Because he went to Whole Foods up there in Swampscott. He went to Home Depot in Rockland, Massachusetts. You know what I mean? So I'm going to give you like a layout overview of like a map to give you a hindsight of like it's an hour from his house that was in Cohassett to his mom's. You know what I mean? So that's about an hour and 8 minutes or some shit like that. But yeah, because I know Brockton to Salem when I used to go up there all the time, and then eventually I moved up there with the X and all that stuff, is about the same distance from Cohasset to Swampscott, even though it's two different routes because you have Boston he drove through. You know what I mean? He had to go through there to reach the Tobin Bridge, to go over to Chelsea, Revere, Everett, that neck of the woods. All right, so we got this guy's timeline of events. I'll do the maps after. Okay, look at this fucking guy. All right, he started. His father died here. Okay, then he started forging his name and shit. All right, and then he got in trouble he got indicted here for the fraud, the fake Andy Warhol artwork. I mean, and then here he pled guilty, and then he was placed on like a house arrest type situation. Actually, part of his pre-sentence. And while this is going on, he was entangled in the the dispute of the estate, the money that you know what I mean. His father kicked him off the will. You know what I'm saying? So he got kicked off. That's why he's over here forging shit. And then while that was going on, while I was waiting to be sentenced, this shit happened. So she was having an affair with a guy down in D.C. They went to Ireland, and then he hired a private investigator in December of 2022. Okay, and his mom, right here, his mom, gave him input to do that with obviously her discretion. It says direction, but yeah. Anyways, he grew suspicious, you know, so confided in her, and she told him basically do that, you know what I mean. But then he got here. He was asking what the best state to divorce a man was right here, okay? And over here, we're getting closer to where she disappears. I mean, he starts Googling stupid shit here too. December right here is where she thought, you know what I mean, he's going to get incarcerated, federal prison right here, December 28th. She flew home. Supposedly they hosted this fucking New Year's Eve dinner. It was the last time that anybody seen her. You know what I mean? And then, he told authorities that she got in a ride share and he took off, gave him a kiss and left. You know what I mean? And over here, he made these Google searches on his son's iPad. How long before body starts to smell, 10 ways to dispose of a dead body if you really need to. How long for someone to be missing to inherit? How long to clean blood from a wooden floor? Told a babysitter that he arrived in the afternoon. I told him to get groceries. I know he mentioned he took his kids to get some ice cream too at some point. And he went to Home Depot down here somewhere. Yeah, cleaning supplies. But here's the bizarre part, right over here. All right, right here. Look at this. What day was this? All right, the second. The Home Goods. Yeah, went to Home Goods and did all this shit right in just afternoon. He Googled hacksaw best tool to dismember. Can you be charged with murder without a body? Goddess, where you at, Goddess? I know she said something like that. No body, no trial. No body, no trial. Yeah, okay, Goddess. All right, and we have, can you identify a body without broken teeth? What broken teeth? Sometimes they have to go for dental records. But we have here, I mean, this guy was a buffoon. And he's asking these questions too, right here. What happens to hair on a dead body? What is the rate of a decomposition of a body found in a plastic bag compared to on a wooden surface in the woods? Can baking soda mask a smell? You know, make a body smell good. The fuck? This guy, you know, he's real smart one. This one, guy. I mean, he thinks that you cook like a smoked ham in your kitchen. That smell is gonna get on their body or whatever. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Baking soda. Yeah, well, mask it all right. Sure it will. I'm saying, fucking guy. Weird. Okay, we get this right then. We get the rundown, right? Let me give the map to you, though. Let me map the shit out. All right. Here we go. All right, this is where they lived. This is 725 Jerusalem Road in Cohassett. Okay, so that's 725 right here. Okay, this is where they lived. Let me get out of this. Here. Okay, go 3D version. Okay, this is Cohassett over here. All right, 2D. Here we go. All right. So we have Cohassett over here. Let me show you. Okay. Hall over here. So he went over here from Cohassett. All right, where his address is over here. Okay, and then he went to. So you have Situate over here. Okay, Norwell. Ingham's over to the left. Okay. Hall. This is Nantasket Beach over here. This little where the Massachusetts Bay is. Anyways, okay. So he went over here to Rockland. All right, let me show you this Home Depot. Hingham Street, here we go. This is Home Depot. I've been in this Home Depot. I mean, it's just you have Route 3 over here. There's a highway. I mean, so you can just stop on here at any given time. Okay. Let me show you a street view of this. That'll happen. All right, so here's the street view of this Home Depot. All right, so he was here, okay, he was here, and then he allegedly went to Brockton, right? Went to Brockton. So he would have came down this road over here, this way, traveled towards Whitman. No, he didn't go to Whitman, so he went down this way, okay? So he went this way to Route 123 or 139. Would have came this way. Okay, Abington over here. There's Walmart over here. Here's Brockton, okay? So he went down here, okay? So now I'm trying to think why he would have came down this way. You know what I mean? It dawned on me. Maybe, just maybe, my neck of the woods over here I grew up in is over here in Brockton. On this Brockton, Abington, and Whitman line. Alright, I live over there. My mom's house is over in this area. Alright, so anyways, this swamp area, this is a swamp area over here, okay? So this should be, this right here should be Center Street. In Brockton Ave, right? What is this? It goes to Abington over here. Walmart should be up here on the left. Let me put this in over here real quick. Walmart, Bedford Street. Brockton Ave. Yeah. Alright, so this here, okay, this is the main road right here. Alright, so this swamp come down towards Broughton, right? And I'm wondering why he came this way. I mean, but then you have the swamp over here, okay? This swamp here. And then you have, oh, this is where Elijah Lewis body was found, if anybody remembers that case. This Elijah Lewis was found over there in Ames, Norwell. She is this kid, this poor kid here. Rest in peace, Elijah. Yeah, she got like 50 years, but he was found here. Elijah Lewis was found here. Okay, so now we have Alright, Brian Walsh came over here, but there's woods over here that leads to Rockland too, is over here. These power lines. This area. There's a pond over here. There's the fish head. Okay. Now, let's go back. Overview, okay? Back to Cohassett real quick. Alright, now you get this layout over here, which will be brought up in court, okay? Now, to get from here to Swampscott, which is up here, you would have to go on the highway, Route 3 to Route 93, and then over the Tobin Bridge through Revere, Everett, Revere, Chelsea. Chelsea's first, and it goes, yeah, so it'll be Chelsea, Everett, Revere, Lynn, Swampscott, where his mom lived. So he traveled from over here, down this way over here, to Route 3, this way. Hingham, Quincy, highway goes up here, see 93 here. He would have connected up over here on Route 3. Anyways, he would have drove up here, would have went through here towards Boston. Okay, right here. Tobin Bridge, he would have went over. And he would have went into this area right here, Route 1. Okay, you have canned foods is over here. They have hot dogs and shit over here. Okay, so he would have went this way. Revere Beach is over here. Right over here, Revere Beach. Kelly's roast beef and stuff over here. This neck of the woods. Anyways, he came up this way, okay? Came up this way. And he went over to, went all the way through Lynn, right here, to Swampscott. Now let's go to Whole Foods. I believe that's Paradise Road, right? If I remember right, Paradise Road. Here we go. Yeah, I still remember all this area. You have Stop and Shop is in this plaza over here. Stop and Shop should be right here. Let me watch you. Right here. And there's a Flip the Bird over here. There's a hibachi Chinese food place over here. Fantasy Islands is a Chinese food place I should go get karaoke at. Bridgewater State College is up here too. I'll show you a Hocus Pocus house real quick, but let me go back over here real quick. Alright, here, Whole Foods. There's dumpsters over here. That's where I've been in this Whole Foods too. Alright, let's go. Let's check it out, right? Dumpsters on the side over here. Show you over here on the side, right here. Right there. There's the dumpsters that he threw the carpets in. There's a liquor store over here too. Right in here is a liquor store. Show you the street view real quick. Whole Foods here, liquor stores over here, but move up a little bit. There's a CVS over there. There's a PetSmart up here. There's a cupcake thing over there. Alright, so the dumpsters, you think you can see them back here on the side of the building over this way. I mean, his mom, there's an apartment complexes over here. Up and over here. Get out of this neck of the woods over here. Alright, so yeah, his mom lived in these buildings over near there. Alright, so that's that area, okay? Now, go over here. Alright, this is over here. People pronounce this wrong anyway, okay? You look at that, you try to read it, you're going to say Peabody, right? No, it's called Peabody. That's the landfill where they search for her Anna's remains is over here. Okay? That's where that is. Now, I used to live over here, this neck of the woods, right over by the college. Okay? Hocus Pocus house is over here. Neck of the woods. Show you real quick. Since I'm over here, right? For Ocean Road, I believe it was, if I remember my memory. Yeah, so White House. See? Right over here. Let me show you. Yeah, here's the Hocus Pocus house. Zoom. There. Here we go. Right in there. There's Pioneer Villages over here too. Sure. Pioneer Village. Go up a little bit. What are they doing over here? Get back to work. The fuck back to work. Huh? Alright, so, yeah, so we got this over here. Hocus Pocus house. Okay, now Pickering Wharf is this. Or when they have fireworks for on Halloween and stuff, they go over this harbor right over here. Right over here. There's Pickering Wharf right here. There's a seafood place over here called Finn's. Derby Street's over there, but Pioneer Village. Let me show you Pioneer Village. It's right here. Pioneer Village. These little villages, see right here? Come on, zoom in. Don't be scared. Scared! Hell yeah, they're scared. This park is nice. Ball field and stuff over here. I took photos over here all the time. All the time. There's a swimming pool over here. There's a playground over this way. But yeah, the village is over here, you know what I mean? You get the gist of it. Now that I'm here too, I'll show you guys where they hung the witches, Proctor's Ledge. It's over by the Peabody line. Since I'm up this way. Proctor's Ledge. It's over off of Boston Street, Low Street. Go. Proctor's. Yeah, here. This is right over here. So we have Boston Street, Low Street. Right over here. Sugar Cane is a Chinese restaurant over here. Champions has good steak tips. But this is where there's a memorial over here. Fuck, what are these people doing, man? Fucking hanging around over here. Hey, no loitering. Huh? No loitering. Get up. What are you looking at, huh? Are you peeping Tom over here? Got a fucking staring over here. Staring off the space. Over here hanging with all our buddies. Sorry. Yeah, alright, there's a water tower up here too, you can see, but the woods, but yeah, this goes up towards land, etc., etc. But yeah, okay, you get the gist of it now. Let's go back to Peabody Landfill. Peabody Landfill. Come on. It's like a little engine that could. Come on, buddy. Alright. Landfill. Peabody. Good video. So they haven't had to search all this shit. All this. You know what I mean? Rest in peace, Anna. But there's the layout. Alright? That's the layout of where he traveled, where he went. Then the city of sin. Alright, there's Western Mass. People say this wrong too. Let me show you. Right there. Right there. It's Worcester. Worcester. So W-O-O-S-T-A-R-H. You know what I mean? That's how you pronounce it. Worcester. Worcester. What else? Did I want to show you anything else over here? Well, I'm here, Boston. Oh, let me show you. Alien, your little ship. I live over here. Okay, so let me show you the Mayflower. Alien, real quick. Mayflower 2. Mayflower 2. I'll go here next week. You know what I mean? I'll go here next week. I'll show you, take photos or whatever, but it's right here. Let me show you. Zoom in. Don't be scared. Jump in there. Here we go. Oh, look at this. How cute. They put their ticket prices over here. Come on, buddy. Move. I want to get over here. Move. You won't let me go behind the building to look at it. Shame. What a shame. Let's go back up here. It's over here. Mayflower 2. Or 2D. Here we go. Here we are. Here, look, the Mayflower 2. Thanksgiving. The stuff was founded over here. Here's the Mayflower 2. Oh, look at this. They put me over here. Oh, this guy's missing. Look at him. Nice shoes there, buddy. Fuck it, was Crocs? The fuck? Is there a fucking guy wearing Crocs? Come on, buddy. You're not Mario Batali over here, buddy. The fuck? Who are these people? Up to no good. Trespassing. What the? Look at her. Like, oh. Looking at the immigration over here. Oh. Despite that little bit of joking at the end there, this video is about, the timeline and stuff like this. But the focus now is on, and where it should be, is on Anna Walsh. So in her memory, I'm going to play a little montage here. Rest in peace, Anna.
We saw brilliance when the world was asleep. There are things that we can have but can't keep. If they say, who cares if one more light goes out in the sky of a million stars? It flickers, flickers. Who cares when someone's time runs out? If a moment is all we are, or quicker, quicker. Who cares if one more light goes out? Well,